I really believe that education is at the heart of people achieving their God-given potential and developing the knowledge and skills that they ultimately need to serve each other well. And I firmly believe that the private sector and capital has really important roles to play in terms of driving innovation and pushing the boundaries of human progress. So I'm originally from Taiwan. I had the opportunity to grow up across 3 different continents, Africa, Asia, and North America. And early on, I really saw how an individual's access to quality education really shaped his or her life and had all of these implications for how society developed.
My parents grew up in the Philippines, a developing part of the world in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and education really was their bridge to come to the US. And that really paved the path for myself and my siblings to grow up in New Jersey. Went to college at Princeton University, and I met Victor over a decade ago from a mutual friend who also worked at Goldman Sachs, and at that time really found a common bond in our interest in the education sector, and also over time realized our deep relationship with Christ, which really became the centerpiece for our friendship and our relationship now.
We started Lumos Capital Group to be a growth equity partner to companies in the sector of education, what we've broadly called human capital development.
It's often said that talent is equally distributed, but opportunity is not. And so for us to fulfill our mission, to be servant leaders, we believe that what Lumos can do is unlock that talent and that opportunity together, whether it's early education, K-12, higher education, workforce development. We see massive opportunities in really connecting education into employment.
So we're very excited about many of the opportunities that we see in the marketplace today. We're seeing the opportunity to democratize tutoring, for example, and make tutoring services more available through the school district to all kinds of families who historically did not have access to tutoring services to improve literacy or math. We see new technologies like virtual reality create opportunities for individuals to transform their careers.
Our first cohort of folks had a group of adult learners, none of whom had a 4-year degree. And so that group of learners put on the headset, they learned the skills, and then once they took off the headset, they had to demonstrate those skills in front of the employer, and they all received a job offer. And the job offer gave them health benefits. And one of the great things about working with these big multinational companies is they'll actually pay for your higher ed as well. And so almost overnight, the fortunes of these individuals had changed.
I hope and pray that through the work that we're doing with Lumos and our investments, through the work that our companies are doing, that people can live lives of greater prosperity and flourishing and be in a place where they can ultimately fulfill God's calling in their lives.
We've created this opportunity for people to show everyone their true potential. And so that's come through with some of the students that we work with that may be differently able, they might have disabilities. And so when they put on the headset, not only are they able to acquire the skills, but they're able to figure out that they themselves can do this job that they knew nothing about.
I do believe that everything that God's given us in terms of our experiences, in terms of our capital, is not meant for our own enjoyment and pleasure alone, but it is our role, it's our privilege to be able to take that hand of blessing and use those gifts to bless others. And whether it be the capital that He's given us or the experiences that He's had us live through, we can use every one of those things to be able to invest in the marketplace so that people can really reach their human potential, so that this vast human capital that exists all around us can be unlocked. And I think that ultimately should have longer lasting kingdom oriented effects.